Are you all right, dear?
Who is the informant?
She is. Mrs. Bell. She lost her husband in a tragic accident.
Full name of the deceased, please.
Barry Cuthbert Bell. Barry Cuthbert Bell, DFC, Wing Commander, retired.
Occupation?
Civil servant. I'm awfully sorry. I really don't feel very well. I need to go to the ladies.
Through the corridor, down the stairs, third door on the right, second door on the left.
Oh dear, would you show me? I'm sure I'll never find it.
Oh, yes, do be an angel. I've got no sense of direction whatsoever.
Come along, then.
Thank you, you're so kind.
Mrs. Bell is frightfully upset, you know.
Really?
Her husband was a war hero.
I see.
He risked life and limb for the likes of you, so you at least show a little respect.
If you can't be civil, I shall have to ask you to leave my office.
Oh, put a sock in it, you stuck-up cow. Darling, are you feeling any better? You were brilliant.
Yes, but what was it all in aid of? What is it?
Black death certificate. Never know when something like that might come in handy.
Did you steal it?
Don't worry, I took it from the bottom of the bag. We're a good team, aren't we? Come on, let's have a lovely drink to celebrate.
Barry isn't even buried yet. It's hardly the time to celebrate, Antonia.
Sweetie, it's the perfect time to celebrate. Come on, I've got a bottle of champagne in the car and there's someone I want you to meet. Cuthbert, Barry kept that quiet, didn't he? I almost died. Sleeping at this time of day. Really? What a naughty boy you are.
Antonia, it might have warned me you were coming round. I could have tidied up.
We don't mind, do we, Rose? Vic, this is Rose, my oldest and best friend. Rose, this is Vic.
How'd you do?
Now find some glasses and go and open that. Clean glasses, Vic.
Not for me, thank you.
Oh, nonsense. A bit of bubbly will perk you up no end. Off you go, Vic. Chop, chop. What do you think of Vic? Isn't he divine?
Who is Vic exactly?
He is the dishiest man in London, that's who. Couldn't you just eat him up?
Look, I really ought to go home.
Do cheer up, sweetie. We pulled it off, haven't we? Rose and I were just agreeing you are the dishiest man in London.
No, I wasn't. Well, sorry, I mean, obviously.
Don't worry. I know what a tease she is.
And Vic's not just a pretty face, you know. He's a lecturer at the Imperial College.
Oh, what do you teach?
Physics.
Oh, interesting.
Oh! Don't be silly, it's not the least bit interesting. But he loves jazz and cubism and French films, thank God. And best of all, he's a bit of an athlete. Aren't you, lover?
So, what have you two been up to?
Well, actually, my husband, unfortunately...
Rose and I have been up to no good. We're partners in crime.
Do shut up, Antonia.
You should be careful. She's a bad influence.
Nonsense. I'm a very good influence. I've just helped Rose out of a frightful jam, and she's about to do the same for me. Aren't you, Petal?
Well, that's what friends are for.
Yes. Here's to friends.
To friends.
To friends.
Isn't Vic heaven?
Seems very nice.
And he completely adores me. Oh, the pet.
Are you and Vic, you know?
Lovers. Of course we are. Hey, don't start getting ideas about Vic. He's spoken for, you know.
Oh, good Lord, I didn't mean that.
Well, now you've met the man in my life, you might as well meet my ghastly husband.
Oh, not now, Antonia, please.
Well, you've got to, darling. Then you'll see what a frightful jam I really am in. Dumping things here, sweetie. Hey! Guy's had a business lunch. He's probably sleeping it off somewhere.
Don't tell me that's a refrigerator.
Yes, it's one of Hector's bloody creations.
I've never seen anything like it.
You like?
Ah, there you are. Rose, this funny little man is my husband, Heck. Heck, this is my friend, Rose.
Pleased to meet you, Rose.
How to do?
My own design. On the market next year. If you like, I put you top of the list. Special deal.
You're very kind. But it would never fit in my house, unfortunately.
I also make high-powered vacuum cleaners on the washing machine.
Stop badgering the poor girl. She just lost her husband in a frightful accident. She doesn't want to talk about washing machines.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. What happened?
He fell off the platform on the underground.
630 volts.
See the way his mind works?
Actually, it wasn't the electricity, it was the force.
Darling, don't. It's too morbid for words. Heck, take Rose into the sitting room. Be nice. Don't talk about work.
I don't mind you talking about work. Sounds very interesting.
Antonia gets very impatient when I talk about my work. Then I go to America and make automobiles. Then I design a carburetor. I make lots of carburetors. Then I come to England and make carburetors for aeroplanes.
Oh.
I have a factory. Then there is war. Then everyone wants carburetors for aeroplanes. Then I have lots of factories.
Oh, for crying out loud, Hector, there's poor Rose in black and you're talking about carburetors.
I don't mind, really. It's fascinating.
There's no need to be polite, sweetie. Heck, do something useful. Hand out the biscuits.
I'll say it must be wonderful to be good at something.
You are good at many things, I bet.
But you can cook and sew and all those wifey things I'm useless at.
Coffee and biscuits. That is the only cooking my wife does. I suppose it's Reggioris for dinner again tonight?
I know. Why don't we take Rose?
Excellent idea.
Thank you. You're very kind, but I'm really not ready for that sort of thing just yet.
Whenever you feel it is appropriate, my dear. And now, I must do some work before dinner. A pleasure to have met you. I had no idea Antonia had such a charming friend.
Nice to meet you too.
Well, sweetie. Well, you certainly made an impression there. I've never seen him so frisky.
Seems nice.
It's all right for you. You're not married to him. Now, about the funeral. I don't think I'll come unless you really want me to.
Good God, no. No, I think that it's probably best if you don't.
Burial or cremation?
Beryl.
I'm going to have Hector cremated.
Hello. Thank you so much for coming.
The wing commander will be much missed in the office, Mrs. Bell. Wonderful sense of humour, marvellous stories, and yet, how can one put it, a real gentleman.
Yes. Thank you so much. You're very kind. Thank you. Gentlemen.
Ah, Rose, we were just talking about good old Barry.
Were you?
I was saying, good old Barry was indestructible. Talk about luck of the devil. You just knew he was always coming back. Kites shot to pieces more often than not. Smoke billowing and Barry there with that silly grin plastered across his face.
He was a good lad, was Barry.
He falls off a ruddy platform on the Piccadilly line. I couldn't believe it when I heard.
I say steady on, old
There's
chap.
something odd about this, I said. Barry Bell coming a cropper on the underground. Something fishy about this, I said, didn't I, Peter?